Hey guys, it's Kim here with Fairly Fiber Fun. Thanks for joining me on a combing video. Today we're just combing some wool in preparation for making some sock blends on the drum carder throughout the month. As this is Socktober 2021, and this is future me popping in after I recorded the voiceover to tell you all that although I may sound a lot worse today, I am feeling a whole lot better. Today is Sunday, October 3rd, and I am finally beating this awful infection, and I should be back in the swing of things in a couple of days. So anyway, everything else you need to know is in the voiceover, so I am going to go ahead and switch over to that and let you guys watch the whole video. I will see you in the next one. Bye! So today we are combing Tunis wool to celebrate the fact that this month is Socktober and the breed of the month is Tunis. I am doing this for the Wool and Fiber Arts community on Facebook, and the goal is to make sock blends using Tunis wool as the base. I have 3 different breeds of wool I'm going to blend with the Tunis for this particular study until I make the socks and wear them for a year or two. I won't know how they hold up compared to commercial sock yarn. I also don't know how long it will take me to spin these yarns, as I have a lot of other projects on my plate, but we shall see. Anyway, I am opening up the locks as I go to make combing a lot easier. I tried flicking the locks first and that was okay. I tried just flicking and that didn't give me the prep I wanted, and I didn't even try picking the wool. There is a lot of waste. Some of this fleece got ever so slightly felted during the scouring, so it created a lot more waste. There's also just a lot of waste when you're combing, and tons of edge matter and dirt, and combing gets the most of that out, so you have a really clean wool when you're all finished. So while I'm combing the wool, I thought I would tell you a little bit about the sheep. I have the Fleece and Fiber source book open and I'm reading directly from it. They are beautiful sheep with a white to cream fleece, and their faces are faces and legs are cinnamon colored. They are born completely head to toe cinnamon, and their fleece turns much lighter as they get older. Also, when they're born, their fleeces are most often hairy instead of woolly, but that all changes as they mature. Alright, so from the Fleece and Fiber source book, the American Tunis is a conservation breed, and it is on the Shaven to Save 'em conservation list. The American Tunis, often simply called Tunis in the United States, was developed from Tunisian Barbary sheep, an ancient breed that dates back to biblical times. The original Tunisian Barbary sheep came to North America from North Africa in 1799 as a gift to the U.S. government from His Highness the Bey of Tunis, and George Washington is said to have used a Tunis ram to rebuild his Mount Vernon flock after he retired from presidency. The American Tunis, which has had small infusions of Southdown and perhaps Leicester bloodlines over the centuries, is particularly well adapted to hot and humid climates. So early on, the breed spread throughout the eastern and mid-Atlantic states. It was also popular with other presidents, including John Adams and Thomas Jefferson. Unfortunately, large numbers of Tunis flocks were destroyed during the Civil War, and the breed never really came back to its pre-war numbers. The Tunis is a fat-tailed sheep. One characteristic of fat-tailed sheep is that the meat tends to be tender and tasty. The breed is docile and hardy, and although these sheep are usually associated with hot climates, they adapt well to colder areas. Generally shown in competitions as meat animals, either slick-shorn or with an inch or less of wool, American Tunis sheep nonetheless grow a very desirable fleece that can be used for many purposes. With a nice warmth to its color, this is not a bright white wool, but off-white creamy tan, the fleece should be uniform. the fleece should be uniform throughout and also dense, although less dense in the belly portion. Color within the wool, brown or black spots or red fibers, is discouraged by the breed association. There is a bit of luster, possibly courtesy of some Leicester ancestry, and the wool has a noticeable and even crimp in the fibers, if not in the lock structure. This can make the locks easy to tease open. So the farm that I get this this wool from is Sheepcoat Farm in Danielsville, Georgia. The owners of the farm are actually currently the president of the Georgia Sheep and Wool Association, although they are ending the nearing the end of their term, and will be passing the baton on to someone else soon. Which is sad for me because it's kind of cool to say, hey, I'm really good friends with the president of the Georgia Sheep and Wool Growers Association. Anyway, I love these people. They are amazing. And their farm is gorgeous. Their sheep are wonderful, and very, very friendly. They are gorgeous animals, very curious, and they're handled enough to love attention. In fact, if you're not giving them attention, you're just standing there, they will jump on you and demand attention like a dog. So, I absolutely love it. The wool takes dye incredibly well. It's so versatile a fleece. It is not super, super soft, and there's a lot of the fleeces that are a little on the coarse side, but this one is quite soft. And in fact, once you really get into processing, it usually softens up a lot. I'm really amazed when I spin the yarn how it softens up as soon as I wash it. So we're going to get back to the Fleece and Fiber Sourcebook here, but I did want to give a little tidbit of my experience with this wool. We're not going to be dyeing it for this study, but it does take dye absolutely beautifully. So according to the Fleece and Fiber Sourcebook, the fleeces weigh between 6 and 15 pounds, 2.7 to 6.8 kilograms, with an average of 8 to 12 pounds, 3.6 to 5.4 kilograms, and the yield is 50 to 70%. With this combing, I am getting 50% waste, and I don't know if that's what they're talking about here. I have no clue. But 90% of the fleece is amazing. So with skirting, I didn't have to skirt much of the fleece off. It was about a 5-pound fleece, so this particular flock doesn't have humongous fleeces, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. The staple length tends to be between 3 to 6 inches, or 7.5 to 15 centimeters. It's generally 3.5 to 5 inches, which is right where this fleece is at 4.5. That is 9 to 12.5 centimeters. The standard for the micron count is 24. 0.29 to 29.2 microns in the field. You can expect to find 24 to 31 microns in the spinning counts, 50s to 58s. The locks are relatively open, a bit blocky, sometimes with pointed tips, and that is this fleece to a T. Ivory to cream color, reddish from first and second lamb shearings before the wool lightens to its adult shade. I don't believe this farm shears their lambs. They just wait until they're about a year old and then they shear. So I've never had a reddish fleece. Fiber preparation and spinning tips. The Fleece and Fiber Sourcebook says, a versatile and friendly type of wool, it is willing to please. Shorter staple lengths can be carded and longer ones can be combed or spun from the fold. Locks should be relatively easy to tease open, so flicking is an appealing approach in preparation. On our samples, the tips of the lock stuck together. Even after scouring, it needed to be teased apart, but the fibers then spun up beautifully. And yes, I find that to be quite typical of the fleece. The locks tend to stick together and you have to tease them open in order to be able to work with the fiber easily. Knitting, crocheting, and weaving. This is suitable for all fiber techniques. There's enough crispness to hold spaces in open work and enough body for good stitch or weave definition. And that is definitely true, but of course how you spin the yarn makes a huge difference as well. And the fleece is best known for versatility, warm white color, ease of preparation, and appropriateness for a variety of clothing and household uses. It is an absolutely lovely fiber. If you've never worked with Tunis and you're a hand spinner, I highly recommend getting your hands on some. I don't currently have Tunis in my shop because all the fleeces I have need to be hand processed. There's so much veg matter in them, which is not a huge problem. I mean, sheep, they eat hay and they get it all over them because if they have a hay bale accessible, they stick their head completely in the bale. They go through brush and they pick up briars and sticks and twigs and stuff. It's just ridiculous what they will get into. Anyway, you'll have to pardon the scratchy throat here. I am getting over a pretty intense case of bronchitis as I'm editing, and I thought I would just go ahead and do it now because this video has to go out tomorrow on Facebook, and I wanted to get it done while I had a few minutes to sit here and work on it. I did try to give you several different angles and stuff like that and show you the entire combing process, because if I was doing this live, that's how it would go. I do keep, it's so funny because I keep thinking this is a live video while I'm editing, and I'm like, okay, I'm rambling along and I'm just talking and I'm doing this, and you know, where's the comments, where's the questions? But unfortunately I couldn't film this live on Facebook this week, so I pre-recorded, well, I kind of pre-recorded this for YouTube and then went, well, hey, that's content I can put up on Facebook and I want that on my page. So yeah, in the Wool and Fiber Arts community, we are doing a whole bunch of sock related fun. So if you're a member of the community and you enjoy socks and wool and all fiber related things, head over there and join the community, the WAFA or Wool and Fiber Arts community group. And that's where all our videos, everybody who does tutorials and demos and stuff will be doing them there. And then this is also going out on Facebook, on YouTube. So if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you for being here. Actually, no matter where you're watching from, thank you for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I enjoy seeing your lovely faces. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, and yeah, I don't know what else to say, so I'm going to go back to talking about something interesting, I think. So what I've been doing here lately is I'll comb up a full comb full and put it on the hackle, and then comb the next one and put it on the hackle. And I've got 3 batches already on the hackle, so this is the 4th one. And I could probably put another one on, but I think this is a pretty decent amount. It's so fluffy! Anyway, and then I diz it all off and make it into a nice big poofy, squishy, airy, lovely little nest. So I think right here, while I'm doing this bit, I'm having trouble working around the spinning wheel there. It's kind of in my way, and I can't move the chair because it keeps bumping into the spinning wheel. So it's like, how do I do this without hitting the tripod or the spinning wheel? So I had to stand up for a bit. But that's why it's so slow, because I'm usually at a better angle, and I usually move the spinning wheel out of my way, and I usually don't have a tripod sitting right next to me or sort of next to me. The tripod's in front of the spinning wheel. So I guess behind the spinning wheel from your perspective. Anyway, it's tripod, spinning wheel, table, and those drawers there, they're my dye stuff. So just in case you were wondering what was in there, those are all my dyes. And on top is other stuff, you know, because every flat surface is going to hold stuff in my house. Anyway, This is not supposed to take as long as it is, and I'm usually a whole lot faster. So, yeah, we're almost done, and I don't remember what I've already said and what I haven't. So if you have any questions, please put them in the comments below, and I will answer them as just quickly as I can, whether you're asking on YouTube or on Facebook. I will do my best to answer your questions in a timely manner, and I look forward to doing more of these little videos for you guys coming up. I know on the YouTube channel I've been kind of absent since the end of July. I did actually film a video and realized that the way I filmed it, I couldn't use the little extra clips I had filmed throughout the month, so I canceled that. There's the last little bit of waste. And I just decided to refilm, and it didn't go, it never happened. So, yeah, I am looking forward to spending more time with each and every one of you and getting back into the swing of things. October, November, and December are going to be extremely busy. It is holiday season, and I'm doing a ridiculous amount of vending these 3 months. So, yeah, like I said, if you're not a member of the Wool and Fiber Arts group on Facebook, but you are on Facebook, and you're interested in supporting indie dyers and fiber artists, felters, all of that, there's a huge group of people over there who do this stuff, and once a month, at the end of the month, they have a big sale, and all the vendors that sign up for it, the sale runs for 3 days. Each vendor gets a 30-minute time slot, and it is a lot of fun, and it's a great way to support small businesses and the fiber arts in general. A lot of people do this to pay their mortgage. I don't, but a lot of other people do. And so if you're interested in that, please do watch the sale. The end of October, it's the, oh gosh, are there 31 days in October? Is the 29th, 30th, and 31st. So, and there's loads of fun stuff going on in the community during the month. So we're doing all sock related and fiber related stuff. And in September we did back to school. It was so much fun. I signed up for a whole bunch of videos, and then I didn't do the live videos like I was supposed to because life happened and I just couldn't. So here's hoping I can do a lot more in October, this month. So yes, happy October. It is Friday, October 1st, and I think I already told you, but I am quite sick, so my brain is not wanting to function well. I am only filming this voiceover once. I don't feel like doing it again, so I'm only doing it once, and you get what you get. So, yeah, I apologize for any disgusting coughing you hear, and yeah, I am taking care of myself and sleeping a lot, and whoops, don't let your fiber fall off the top of the hackle, guys. Just, it creates a mess. Don't do it. Happens to the best of us, right? By the way, as I work on this project, I'm getting better and better at dizzing. This is actually really good for me. It's inconsistent and I'm struggling a little bit here and there, but overall it's getting much more consistent, and I'm really pleased to finally have decent comb top off of my hackle, because it is hard. It's really hard to get a consistent roving or top dizzed off of your fiber tools. And I did individual combs for a long time. For a couple of days, I was just dizzing off of the comb. Each combful, I would comb it 4 times, and then I would diz it, and then I would comb 4 times, and then diz. And then I started using the hackle, and this is actually the first day. So this is the first big hackle full, which means I'm a little slow and I'm a little uncertain, but it's working really, really well. I did get more efficient with it later, and now I have a brand new diz, so I will be practicing using it. It's got much smaller holes, so I'm curious to see how that's going to work with the hackle. But anyways, this video is just about over with, so I want to say again, thank you so much for being here with me, and there I'm showing you the comb full versus the hackle full. It's a huge difference. 1 comb versus 4 combs. Alright, thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed it and learned a lot, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys!